Okay, ready? Buddy. Whenever there is a dog that crosses, it's sort of become like the unwritten protocol that CBP or Border Patrol calls me. We get them vetted, we get them spayed and neutered through the county, and then we find them forever homes. My name is Ruby Montana, and I founded Bridge Pups Rescue. My brother became a CBP agent back in 2012, and he started noticing that dogs would cross along with people too. I just got Lucy, the latest little migrant pup. She's so tiny. And he would notice that very often these dogs were very skinny, they were covered in fleas and ticks, they were filthy, limping. They were in great need of help. At first, he started hiding them from other agents and calling me to pick them up, on the sly. But fortunately, other agents started catching on to what we were doing, and they were fully supportive. And so we've actually been doing this for a very long time, even though Bridge Pups Rescue, the name, the actual organization is fairly new, but we've been doing it for a little over a decade. Last year, there was a big influx of migrants that crossed with dogs as well.
If there isn't a place for the dog to go when Ruby gets a call from CPB, they're going to release the dog. And I imagine a dog, maybe for example, one as sick as Captain Jack was.
Hi everyone, I'm here with the latest Bridge pup. He's got real bad mange, as you can see on his little ears. He is a mess.
If he had been released back to the streets, what was really going to happen to him? He was already severely underweight, and then plus with just having the different infections he had, I can't imagine that he would have had a very long life expectancy back on the street.
So as of now, it's basically arbitrary. If there happens to be a kind-hearted Border Patrol agent, then they will do something to help the family with their pet. They'll either call Animal Services or oftentimes they will call me. If it's not a kind Border Patrol agent, as has happened, the pet we don't know what happens. They likely just let it go on the Juarez side, which is very heartbreaking. A lot of people don't really consider the fact that many of these migrants actually cross with their pets. They go through incredible hardships, really putting their lives at risk just to have a chance here to make it to the border. And unfortunately, there is no set protocol for when they do reach the border with their pets. The family that owns Lupe, who is the dog that I still currently have, she's a little miniature poodle. They fled Venezuela to seek political asylum. Unfortunately, their story is incredibly harrowing. She came from Venezuela. They were here seeking political asylum because unfortunately, the husband was a police officer and he was killed for simply speaking out against the government. So they had every right to come here seeking that political asylum. Their lives were at risk, their lives were in danger, so they had no choice but to come here and just try to save themselves. At one point, they were crossing through the Darien Gap, which is incredibly dangerous. They were wading through water for 6 hours, and at one point they had to make the choice, either keep carrying Lupe and sharing her, tossing her, amongst themselves, or let go of their luggage. And so they made the conscious choice to let go of their luggage, so that way they could be able to carry her across that dangerous spot. So it's really heartbreaking. And once they did get here, they encountered a really cruel and unkind Border Patrol agent who threatened them and basically told them they had a choice to make. It was either get rid of Lupe or they wouldn't be able to cross in. And they were crying, they were incredibly emotional, and it just so happened that a very kind Border Patrol agent saw what was going on. She stepped in and she reached out to me. She had actually reached out to me before with just regular Bridge pups that crossed from Juarez. That's how she ended up with me. And it wasn't until they got to New York, the family got to New York, they didn't even know they were being sent there, that they were able to reach out and confirm that Lupe was okay. Here we go, Simba! Here we go. Reunite reuniting the Venezuelan migrants with their animals has truly been one of the most profound and emotional moments that I've ever had in my entire life. The fact that they are, again, that they go through so much just to get here, and they're not going to leave their dogs behind, just speaks volumes of who those people are and how much those pets mean to them. And so when you see that moment where they are reunited, I don't think there's a dry eye anywhere nearby. It's beautiful, and I think it's just testimony to the power of the love between pets and their humans. Again, that's just all testament to how much they love their pets. These migrants, these immigrants, these refugees, they're no different than us. And it kills me that some people base compassion on nationality. It shouldn't matter where they come from or who they are. Compassion is compassion because humans are humans. And that goes to not only the humans, but to their dogs as well.